Hi, Debbie, Barbara, Mitzi's here, yay. Mitzi, are you okay with the door open? Sure. Cool. So we have some fresh air in here today. Ladies, if you can open a window or something, it is gorgeous out. So if you're at home joining us, it is a beautiful spring day in North Florida, wherever you are. And it's nice to just open the doors and hear the birds sometimes. I hope we get our birds out there. And the smell. Veda, my little 5-year-old, she said the other day, she said, I can smell the cold air in my nose. It was so cute. I was like, I know what you mean. You can kind of smell the spring air, and it was cool. And anyway, so it's a beautiful spring day. So we're going to do some yoga. If you want to grab maybe a couple blocks and a bolster, because you never know what we might do. We got blocks. I got your bolster ready. Okay. Okay. Water is always a nice idea. All right. So as you're ready, just start to come into a comfortable seat. Keeping your mat clear of props unless you want to sit on a blanket. Okay. See if you can take your right foot onto the inside of the body, close to the pubic bone, and then the left one in front of it. And if that's not possible, it'll just be sort of a cross-legged thing. If the hips are tight, then the knees are going to be higher, but just, trying to layer them in some way. Yes, beautiful. Okay, now soften the shoulders, soften the facial muscles. Sounds you'll hear in the background are airplanes, birds, maybe people talking. It's all part of the experience here on this planet, living in this world. Bring awareness from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. Bring awareness to the breath going in through the nostrils, down through the throat, all the way into the lungs, and feel the diaphragm expand in the belly. On your next breath in, allow the ribs, the belly, and the chest to expand to the fullest capacity. On the next breath out, feel the relaxation and the softening. Keep your awareness, excuse me, with the breath. And just let the breath be easeful and slow and gentle, but at the same time experimenting with bringing in the most amount of prana, of vital energy into the body at one time that you can feel without tension, without strain. Allow this breath awareness to represent the awareness that you have moving through this world. Yoga teaches us to, be flexible with life, with things that happen around us and seemingly to us, that we realize we can step back and separate and see with clarity that nothing is happening to us. We attract certain situations for certain things. But when you can stand on your own, in your own body, in your own life, with your own discernment and your own choices in life, then you no longer get caught up in this, drama of life being attached to situations, people, and things. And just letting it all fall away. So in your next breath in, just feeling this immense amount of clarity, just seeing clearly, seeing the big picture. Yoga is like the flashlight in a dark room. You know, you're looking for the door, but you can't see it, but you know it's there. And then the light comes on once in a while. And sometimes it doesn't stay on for long, but you get a glimpse of the bigger picture of reality. And this is the practice of yoga, the journey of the self. So with your next breath in, breathe nice and deep and long into the ribs, into the belly, into the chest, and then take your arms out and up. And I want you to hold the breath just for a moment as you reach, reach the fingers to the sky. And then exhale, release the arms down. Control the breath out. Exhaling slowly, slowly, slowly. Again, in through the nose, nice and deep. Arms go out. Fill up as much as you can, like you're filling up your tank with, you know, really good premium gasoline to get you around town. Go on vacation. Hold it in. And exhale, release. Inhale, raise it up, fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up as much as you can get in there. Hold, reach, and exhale, release. Keep your right hand on the ground and take your left arm up and over. Take your gaze up, turn the head so that the neck is getting a little bit of movement, maybe up and down. Maybe going a little deeper in that lower arm. And then both arms up, inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, other side. Turn the gaze up, move the head around a little bit, looking down, looking up, and then deciding if you want to take it a little deeper. And then both arms up, inhale, nice and big, big, big. Exhale, arms down and down. Take your hands and walk them forward and sit your hips way back and down and just drop your head as much as you can. Keep your fingers tented like big spiders, tented up like a teepee. And let's walk the hands even further away from each other, farther out and open. Walking the hands back in. Take the arms up, inhale, filling it up again, filling up your cup, exhale, twist. Whichever side you go to. Let the twist come from the ribs. Grow nice and long through the spine, lifting the crown of the head and then wrapping your body around the spine. One more big breath in. Exhale deeper into your twist. Inhale to the center, arms up. Exhale to the other side. Use your hands to support you and just to wrap yourself around your body a little deeper. One more long breath in, growing tall, filling up, and twisting further on your exhale. And then back to the center, arms up, and hands down to your heart center. Close your eyes for just a moment and just bring that awareness back to that clarity. Seeing the big picture of life, clarity of reality, that we are not connected to. We are connected to everything around us. We are not attached, meaning we can float on our own and move through this world and also surround ourselves with like-minded, supportive, loving beings. And then those challenging situations, not letting those get attached to us, and letting them just fall away. And then just say to yourself, I have clarity. I see clearly. And then release your hands as you're ready and take them all the way out and just stretch your arms out like you're gonna hug a big tree in front of you. Open up the arms and then wrap the arms around yourself, hugging, and then pull the shoulders forward, lower the chin towards the chest and open up the back. Inhale, open the arms again. And turn the palms up this time, really lifting and dropping those shoulders back, lift the chest. And then as you exhale, round and cross your arm over the opposite way, chin towards the chest. This time, arms go up towards the sky, but out as wide as you can. Inhale. Exhale, wrap. Inhale again, up and out. Exhale, other arm on top. Beautiful. And release that. All right, let's come up to the hands and knees. If your knees are feeling any soreness today, feel free to place a blanket just under there. Okay. Fingers spread nice and wide under the shoulders. Knees are right under the hips. Pelvis tilts down, belly is soft, heart lifts forward, cow. Inhale. Take the gaze all the way up to look at your third eye, stretching the eyes. On the exhale, chin to chest, spine to the sky. Open those shoulder blades. Inhale, flow into your cow. Exhale, rounding into cat. Feel free to close the eyes and continue that gaze up towards the third eye. Or you can open them up. Allowing yourself to have clarity not only with the physical eyes, with the sight, the sense of sight, but the third eye, your intuition, that internal knowing, your innate wisdom that is connected to all wisdom, all life, all divine love, all of creation. Let the breath flow a little deeper now, bringing in a little slower, a little bit more, a little more full. Feeling this experience with clarity and without attachment. Just experiencing the experience for what it is, rather than for the outcome or the sensation. What does the breath feel like in the body? What does the spine feel like moving back and forth? What do the fingers and the hands and the feet feel like supporting you? One more time to cat, rounding up. Okay, walk the hands forward, sink the hips back, release the head towards the mat, and then once they're there and the hips touch the heels, let the hands slide in a little bit, but keep them stretched out. So there's a little bit of traction here, and a nice little stretch under the arms. So one more breath here. Exhale, round it up into cat. As you come up, you're coming into cat, and then you're going to drop the hips forward gently and slowly. Maybe drop isn't the right word. Shoulders roll back, heart reaches forward. We're in a kind of a little lazy upward dog, so not forced. We're not really flexing the legs. We're just releasing the hips forward. Okay, and then as you round, or we're going to move back and round again in through cat and back to child's pose. Now I want you to move with your breath. So find the breath in the body and move with it. I want you to find it on your own and go inward. So I do invite you to close the eyes for this one and listen to your breath. Try to allow the breath to guide the body gently, softly, sweetly, like a dance. The breath is the lead in the dance, leading the body, taking it more by the hands, metaphorically. Find any other movements on the way from one to the next that feel right for you. Experience every single part of the body with clarity, with intention, with observation. What does the breath feel like filling up the lungs? What does it feel like as you release the breath out, detoxifying the body, releasing tension? What do the hips feel like in the lower back as you start to loosen them up? Next time you come to child's pose, lift your hips, tuck the toes, press back, downward facing dog. You can take your feet and just kind of walk them a little bit here if you like, and just play. I'm even lifting them off of the mat and placing them back down to play with this experience of feeling the toes and the balls of the feet and the heels. So whatever your experimentation looks like, explore here. Okay, and then lift the heels and then pull back with those heels so your legs are doing the work, carrying the load. There's not too much in your wrists. And then take yourself to the side and take one hand up and shake it just for a moment. And then the other one, just to, you know, prove that you can really hold all the weight in your legs. Your legs are strong. And then we're going to round forward, kind of like we did on our knees. So tuck the chest, the chin into the chest, round through the spine, pull yourself forward as if you're going into plank, and then lower the knees and lower all the way down. Yeah. All right. So from here, we're going to keep the toes untucked for just a moment. We're going to lift up a little bit higher. And then as you come down, tuck the chin, round into the spine, tuck the toes, press up to down dog. So it's like we're adding a down dog to what we were doing before instead of child's pose. Or I guess we're replacing it. So rounding, 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 lowering, come into a little bit of an upward dog, and then lower down. And then lift higher, tuck the toes, round, push back. So just find your own way through this movement. You can modify however you want. You can add something. You can change it. Just flow for just a moment with this breath. Testing your strength in the shoulders, experiencing the strength in the arms and in the legs, experiencing the opening in the back of the body here. And then the next time you come to down dog, take a deep breath, open the feet wider. Let's open them all the way to the edges of the mat. Walk the hands towards the feet. Hang the head, shake it out. This is my new favorite move here. Take your hands to the opposite elbows and just sway your body back and forth, a little twisting. And then turn the toes out if you want to. You don't have to, but it's going to make it a little more accessible. We're going to go into Malasana, a yoga squat. So from here, lower your hips. And if you stop here, that's fine. Just stay there. If your body will allow it, you can drop down as far as your body will allow, without any force, without any strain. We're trying to release tension with a little bit of effort, a little bit of discipline, a little bit of focus, but never forcing. So if you feel any tension building in the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, release it. Just bring attention to it. Breathe into it. Breathe into any sensation that you feel building, especially if you feel resistance or discomfort. And then together we'll close our eyes and take 3 breaths. Just close the eyes, soften the body as much as you can. Breathe. In the most challenging moments of our lives, just as the most challenging poses in the class, it takes a little grace to get through. So giving yourself grace, a little patience, a little bit of trust. And then release your hands, lift your hips, release your head, straighten out those feet so that they're facing forward, and then walk the hands forward. Look up, try to see your third eye again. Let's stretch those eyeballs up. And then as you exhale, release, take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and lift them up towards the sky. Now shake the head, yes or no. Release the hands to the shins. Well, don't press too much, but just place them there and lift up, flat back. Make yourself nice and long here. And then release it back down. Okay, heel toe the feet in just a little bit. So they're right under the hips. Lower the hips back. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Draw the lower belly in, engage the pelvic floor, spine is long, heart is lifted. Beautiful. right? So this is where you start to feel that little bit of willpower kick in. This is that place of challenge, of discomfort maybe, or it takes that tapas, that fire, that discipline of the yoga practice to sit in it and also allow a little bit of grace. Instead of fighting and resisting, letting go and allowing. So you can get your arms even higher, straighter, longer. You can even take your gaze down just to soften the neck a little bit. And then stand all the way up with the arms reach into the sky, lift onto the tippy toes, lift, 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 lift. And release, hands go back, interlace the fingers, lift the hips, open through the chest, the heart, the shoulders, shake the head, yes and no. Release the hands, half lift. And exhale down, downward facing dog. Take a long breath here. Take the right foot and land it right around the right thumb, right on the inside of that right hand. Left leg back, untuck the toes. Take your hand to the thigh and lift. Hands to prayer. I'm going to twist to the right. So left arm on the outside of the right thigh. And you can be here or you can just, twist with your arms like this. As deep as you'd like to go. Find a spot to focus your attention on, your drishti. And this will also help with balance. Just a little deeper. Experience where you're feeling this. Experience the sensation without judging it, without trying to change it. Just awareness, scanning the body. And then release the hands down and pull the hip back. Lift the toes of the right foot. Walk the hands in. Here, if you'd like to, you could use blocks, but we won't be here long. It's up to you. Just want to have a little more support. For this next one, you may want to take the blocks with you. We're going to place this foot back down, lift the back leg up, walk your hands forward. So you can either tent them up or you can use blocks. We're going into Warrior 3. So if you're using blocks, it'll look like this. Left leg comes up and lifts, and this is, your hips are in alignment, they're squared towards the front. The back leg is flexing. Yes, yes, yes. And just make sure that if you are using blocks in your hands, just make sure that they're under the shoulders. And then if you feel like balancing, just make sure you're gently unlocking this knee using the strength of the whole leg, the strength of the core, and you can balance if you like. This back foot is flexed, toes are pulling in, heels reaching back. Okay, from here, back foot comes back down. Come up for high reach. Okay, one more twist here. We're going to twist to the right, arms open. Keep the hips in alignment. Start to feel wobbly and rolling. Just root down through those feet. Pick your focal point, your drishti, point of gazing to keep you steady. And then hands cartwheel down, take the right foot and bring it back. Open those feet nice and wide, walk the hands back, lower the hips, Malasana. Neutral squat. Practicing a little bit of grace and a lot of discipline here. Close the eyes, just a few breaths together. Birds are here. Okay, back to a downward facing dog. Walk the hands, adjust the feet, take your time, enjoy that experience of that simple movement. Just going from one pose to the next. Left foot's going to land between the feet. Lower the back knee. Release the back toes. Lift up. Lift the heart. Engage the pelvic floor so that you can control this movement a little bit. You can protect your hips, stabilize the hips so that we're not dumping too far in. And then taking the right arm to the outside of the left thigh, hands can come to prayer or find a variation that works for you. And come back and pull the left leg back. Lift the toes, take a breath or two here, blocks or no blocks. And then gathering up all the strength and power that you have in your body to lift here, come forward, warrior three. Back leg lifts, heel is pressing back, toes are pulling in. Balance or use blocks or fingers here. Unlocking the left knee, draw the lower belly in. Reach the crown of the head forward and the heel behind you. And then bring that leg back down. High lunge, sorry. We're gonna put a lower the knee. Arms up, and our last twist here for now, twisting to the left. Left arm back, right arm forward, draw the lower belly in, engage that pelvic floor. And cartwheel the hands down, step back as you're ready. Open the feet, stay here for just a moment, wide-legged down dog. That's what I call it anyway. And then take a nice long breath in, lift the head, look forward as you exhale, release the head, soften the knees, walk the hands back. Come all the way into your squat. One last time. Pressing open, press those knees open. You're getting lower now, right? Yay. Repetition. And then let's close the eyes together and take a few breaths here. And then lift the hips, release the head. Straighten out the feet. Take your right hand to the left ankle and then walk that left hand forward. Release the head and twist to look under your left arm. So my right elbow is pulling in and twisting here. One more breath. Nice and deep. Right hand comes forward to meet the left. Look forward, stretch out, but reach back through those heels and those hips. And just make your spine really long. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, this left hand's gonna come to the right ankle and pull gently. You can close the eyes or keep them open, but you're pretending to gaze under the right arm. One more breath. Left hand comes back to the mat to meet the right. Heel toe the feet in, sink the hips down, reach and lift through the arms up. You can do this variation if you like. We're just working on these lower legs, but it does add a extra little benefit variation here. It takes a little more effort. And it opens up the upper body at the same time as you are strengthening the lower body. So engage where you can engage and release where you can release. So release the toes. Obviously the thighs are going to be engaged. Now engage the pelvic floor and draw the lower belly in. Let the breath be in the ribs. Let the back and the chest and the shoulders relax. And just find length in the arms. One more breath. And fold. Walk the hands forward. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale forward into plank. Lower the knees. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or a modified chaturanga. And then untuck the toes, slide them back, lift, open the heart, cobra. Exhale, release. Turn your left cheek to the mat. Right arm, I'm sorry, both arms going out on the floor like this, like you're hugging the earth. And just feel your heartbeat for a moment. Feel the breath. And then take your right hand in. Keep the left arm out. The palm is down. And then let your self roll onto the left side, taking the right foot behind you. Right hand can just rest. Bring your awareness back to the third eye for a moment. Just keep your focus here. The place of your innate wisdom, your intuition. Your place of clarity. Just feel what it would be like right now to have clarity in all areas of your life. What does clarity feel like? Take another breath in, and as you exhale, gently, gently roll back to your belly. Take your hands and stack them under your forehead. Release your head, release your chest, release the hips, and maybe wiggle them a little bit side to side, and then relax. Take the right cheek to the mat, open the arms up, hug your earth, and then left leg's gonna come back to the twist. So slide left hand in, left leg back. Foot can find the floor, or even the other leg if that's more comfortable. Stay here and breathe. Bring your awareness to one place in the body, either a physical place or a vision, something you're visualizing, or your breath, and just stick with it. One more breath. Gently, gently, gently rolling it back over. Find your hands under your forehead again. This time lifting the feet off the ground and just rocking them side to side. Okay, take the inner thighs and touch them all the way together. So touch the knees together. Lift up with your hands in front of you, and then see if you can take your right hand back and grab your right ankle. Now, if you only want to stay here, you can do one leg at a time, or we can do two. So this is up to you. If you want to go into full boat pose, you'll grab both ankles with the feet or with the hands, and if not, we're going to stay here, and I'm going to stay here with you. Now, pull the foot or the feet away from the buttocks, away from the body. Open up to the back, open up to the chest. Feel that. So let the foot pull you open, let the arm be long and straight. One more breath. Thigh pressing into the mat. Okay, release, come down, release the head, neutral, flat on your belly. Now we'll come up again and do the other side. So if you did full wheel or full bow on the last side, just do it again. Otherwise, right hand stays down, left arm to the ankle, full or half. We're gonna stay here for a few more breaths. Try to breathe into the chest to keep lifting the heart. Keep pulling the toes away from the body. The leg pulling open, creating this opening in the chest. Stretch in the back. One more breath. And release. Neutral and flat and relaxed. Flat on your belly. Lift the feet off the ground and rock from side to side. Now, with the knees together again, we're going to reach back and grab the feet and lower the forehead back to the ground. So we're just going to pull the feet, the heels toward the earth next to the hips, as if you're trying to get them right next to the hip bones. Yep. Just get a nice stretch here. You can do the chin or the forehead on the mat. One more breath. And release it down. Press yourself back up. One little cobra here, and then a downward facing dog. Long spine. Focus on a long straight back first, and then legs follow. So maybe even bending the knees, twist a little side to side, and then reach the heels toward the earth. Okay. Right leg reaches up, and then we're going to twist it open and let the foot fall back. Just open up through the obliques and the hips here for a moment. And then straighten it back out. Bring it through and lay it down for pigeon pose. So the knee to the right side, the foot is on the left side of the mat. Keep moving that knee out a little bit. Keep wiggling yourself back. Or you can do this reclined on your back as a modification. If you're in the forward pigeon, we're going to start up in a little back bend here. Fingers on the mat, just lifting. Maybe you even want to press into your flesh of your body. And then for the next 5 to 10 breaths, next minute or so, you can come down and relax. If you have another variation of pigeon here that you'd like to do or add a bind or a twist, go ahead. And whatever you choose, again, bring it back to that place of clarity. What does clarity and discernment and a deep understanding feel like? Are you more aware of everything around you? You understand that people's actions are not about you. You can see a situation clearly. Purpose of it, the lesson in it, the blessing in it. If you're in some other kind of variation of forward pigeon, make your way back to forward pigeon. And then gently walk the hands in, lift through the heart, press up and back. Ooh. Walk it out. And then the other leg, left leg up, twist it open, drop it back. Maybe even roll the ankle. Just let the gravity, let the foot fall back and open up that hip. And then just straighten it out, bring it forward, lay it down. Keep wiggling your back leg back as you keep moving the left knee out to the left. Or if you're in reclined pigeon, just get there and get comfortable. If you're in forward, lift up. Open the back. Roll the shoulders back. Slowly come down, gentle, and stay for a bit. Finding a place in the body or the breath or a mantra to focus on. Not on your to-do list or what somebody said to you last week or things people are saying about you that aren't true. And just focus on clarity, understanding, total discernment, complete awareness. When I have a big decision to make, or I feel confused or blocked in some way, I pray and meditate on clarity. Because from within clarity, then action can come. You just try to mentally, cognitively work out a problem in the mind, in the place that the problem was created in the first place. It usually won't be in alignment with you. So that's the time to pause, to sit, maybe reflect, and just allow. Just let it come. Let the clarity come. And then from that clarity, taking action. Because you want to think about the action you need to take, you'll know. One more breath. If you're in forward variation, we're going to come up, walk the hands in, lift one last time. And then swing the back leg forward, 2 straight legs. Shake them out for just a sec. Take your hands and massage them up and down, the backs, the front. Okay. Take the left leg in. Cradle the foot or the arm with the right arm. Like this. Just give it a little rock side to side, rock in the baby. So if you can take your left arm and cradle, there it's it. And then you have a little more control. And then the foot's going to stay in the right arm. I'm going to release this left hand, take it behind me, and start to roll around on this left hip. Yeah. Little glute massage. Now feel free to move in whatever way calls to you. I invite you here to maybe close the eyes and go into the sensation of the butt muscles of the hip. All of this intricate workings of muscle and fascia, tissues, nerves. And explore, just explore for a moment. It doesn't have to be a reason that there's tightness on one side and not the other. Who cares? Just explore, observe, and enjoy it. And then sit up tall, lay that foot right on top of the thigh. If it's too uncomfortable for some reason, you can place it on the floor on the inside of the leg. Otherwise, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Reaching towards the toes with the hips, with the pelvis reaching forward, not worrying about where the hands actually land, but just trying to keep a long spine there, reaching with the heart. And then reach the chin towards the toe. And take one more breath. Take this foot and take the right hand, wrap it around the outside, straighten up the leg. Left hand comes behind, twist. And release. Okay, 2 straight legs, shake them out. Give yourself a little rub. Okay, it's time for the right foot. So right foot in the crook of the elbow, right arm around. Yeah. Rock your baby. Get some movement into the hips, blood flow, all that fun stuff. And And then release this hand and roll around. This is your gluteal area, hip exploration. Close the eyes and observe and move. There's no right or wrong here. As long as you're moving with intention. You're not forcing anything, pressing any tension out. You're allowing. You're observing. Finding clarity, getting clear on the way your hips feel. Not the reason that they're out of balance, but just the fact that maybe one's tighter than the other. Maybe they're both tighter than you thought. Enjoy the feeling of releasing tension from these muscles, releasing toxins from tissues. And the ability that we have to do these cool movements with tennis balls, with our own body, with our own hands, with yoga postures to heal ourselves, to find relief from pain. Okay, sit up, lay this foot carefully on the opposite thigh. You can lay it on the inside if you wish, arms up, exhale forward. Wherever your hands are, just bow your head and release your face. Don't strain your way to reach that foot if it doesn't come naturally. 2 more breaths. Sit up tall. Left hand wraps around the outside of the right foot, straightening it up. So the front at the top of the hand is out to the right. Right hand behind, twist. Maybe even turning that foot in a little bit just to get that sensation of the IT band, the outer thigh, or wherever else you're feeling it. And release. Okay, take the legs, shake them out. All right, time for our beautiful beloved bolster. Slide that baby right up next to your lower back. Take your hands and just slowly work your way back. If you have major limitations here and this is too far back, you can take blocks and put them up underneath the bolster to create a little incline. All right, from here, you can stay here with straight legs if you'd like. If you want to also open the inner thighs and your hips haven't had too much today already, you can take the soles of the feet together and let them open. Your choice. Whichever one you choose it fully, allow yourself to be in it. So if it's already uncomfortable when you go into it, maybe you want to, choose the straight-legged version. Now bring awareness to the breath again. Breathe into the low belly. Feel it rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Like you have a little balloon in your lower belly. And now the balloon's going to go bigger up towards your ribs. So now a big balloon from the lower ribs all the way down to your hip bones. Feel that big balloon blowing up on the inhale. And deflating on the exhale. Keep going. Breathe into this big space, creating so much space. Seeing how long you can actually inhale for, the duration. How much can you bring in? How slowly? And can you keep it down below the chest from rising, just in the diaphragm, all the way down? The movement. adding the chest movement as well, as if this balloon is now going all the way up into the chest. So low belly, and then ribs, and then chest, big inhalation, inflating the balloon, and then exhalation, deflating the balloon. 3 more times, very slow. And then bring the knees in together. Open the feet a little wider. And just a tiny little rocking of the knees side to side. Gently sit up slowly. Take the bolster down towards the hips and lay back all the way down. Keep the knees bent, walk the feet in, then lift the hips, slide the bolster under the hips. You don't have to use a bolster. If you don't have one here, you can use a block. If you don't have any of that at home, just stick some books under there or do this without support, it's fine. Just some kind of inversion, lifting the hips higher than the heart for a moment. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders. Feel the blood flowing towards the heart. Visualize the energy centers of the body from the root to the crown of the head, like little light bulbs turning on with clarity, clear vision, understanding. Full awareness in the energy centers at the root. See the little red light bulb lighting up. And then orange at the sacrum. And then yellow at the warm golden sun. Green or pink at the heart. Sky blue at the throat. Indigo at the third eye. And beautiful violet, lavender / maybe white above the head. Like a lotus, 1,000 petals. Open with clarity, understanding, awareness, and wisdom. Imagine a light pouring down through the lotus over the top of the head, down through the energy centers, down through the third eye, throat, the heart, solar plexus, sacrum, and the navel, sacrum, and the root. And I feel as though that those energy centers are opening and the energy of the universe, divine wisdom and love pouring down through the top one down to the root and filling you up with knowledge, with wisdom, with understanding, with clarity, with awareness. Going into each energy center, cleansing and clearing anything that's blocking that clarity and understanding. Allowing this energy to flow through like water or liquid, clearing out debris, bringing in vital energy into all of the organs, the tissues, the cells, the memory, clearing out toxins, revitalizing with recharged energy. Bring awareness back into the breath. Take a big cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then gently, you can release the bolster under you, but if you want to use it under your legs, if you have a bolster, you can just slide it down. If it's too much, or you want to get rid of it, just come into traditional Shavasana. And this is our last pose of the day, so your palms will turn up. Your back will be supported, shoulders are relaxing and releasing, face is softening. Relax the fingers, the toes, arms, the legs, the torso, the back, the chest, the neck, all the way up to the crown of the head. Your whole body is relaxed. And before you go into your final resting, wherever your mind or imagination takes you, first, I want you to visualize yourself surrounded in white light, bright, beautiful light of purity, of perfection, of divine love and protection, unconditional love. Visualize this white energy around your body and then through the body. Just encompassing all of you in the light, and you are the light. Let your breath be natural. Let your awareness stay with the light in this present moment. Awareness back to that white light surrounding you, creating touch, energy, subtle body, physical body. Just feel that pure white light and energy flowing through you and around you, saturating you with unconditional unconditional love, protection, support, kindness, gentleness, and a clear understanding and awareness of not only your own thoughts and words and actions in this world and how they affect others, and understanding how others' thoughts, actions, and words can affect us if we let it. And that we have the choice to step back with clarity, discernment, understanding, and sometimes not allow it to penetrate your life fully. Seeing it for what it is and not making it about you. So as you take your next breath, imagine that white light and that unconditional love and purity and clarity going into every cell in your body as you breathe it in. And then as you breathe it out, you just hear the words, so it is. In full acceptance, full understanding, complete presence. As you're ready to start moving your body, find small movements that feel good to you. Try to keep the eyes closed for as long as possible, unless it's necessary to open for a moment. And then just make your way onto one side, pausing here in the fetal position for a moment. Allowing that innocence of an infant to be in your energy today. Because with that innocence, we can see the world with fresh eyes, fresh perspective. Gently press yourself up to a seat as you're ready, bringing your hands to heart center and bowing towards your hands, towards the practice of yoga, towards this mudra that means gratitude and mutual respect and humility for all of life. A prayer for the well-being of the world. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May my words, my thoughts, and my actions in my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and freedom for all. Namaste. Namaste. Amen. Amen. Thank you guys for joining. Have a lovely day. I hope you go with clarity and discernment in this life, or at least in this day. Just have a little clarity today. And I'll see you again. Namaste. And